Am I good on my voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, before I like start the podcast, man, like I have to like be honest with you because like when you text me that you said you were here, and to get you to come up to the studio, and I told you I was like 10 minutes away, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I really wasn't like 10 minutes away. I was like around the corner.
Yeah.
Eating my Frosty.
Oh. Yeah. You were like, I need to finish this Frosty before I get there.
Yeah. And I was telling the truth because I was eating our Frosty.
Yeah, no, when you walked up, I was like, is that a milkshake?
Chase is literally like
Wendy's.
the most high-level manipulator, but with the simplest things.
Yeah.
Like he could have just finished his Frosty in front of you. It would have been fine.
Oh,
but he
yeah.
employed like CIA manipulation tactics.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm 10 minutes away.
He's like,
all right.
I've run into a situation.
I have been known to be a little ninja-ish.
But because you were wanting to snack?
Nah, I just didn't want you to see me eating a Frosty.
I saw you eating the Frosty.
I know, but
Actually, I saw you finishing the Frosty.
it's weird for me when I eat ice cream in front of a man.
It's all right.
It's all right, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big ice cream guy. I haven't really. I haven't had ice cream since I moved to Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the deal with?
Because the only time I would eat Ben and Jerry's. Ben and Jerry's.
Ed and Jerry's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Mattapan
which was
square.
so good. I mean, is good.
Right.
But it was always because my ex-wife liked having ice cream in the house.
Oh.
So now that I'm single and I don't really care, dude, I only eat once a day.
Yeah. So
and it's Uber Eats. I don't keep our fridge is empty except for maybe some beer.
Well, I feel like that's just the typical like standard like bachelor guy thing.
Right.
Like go into any single dude's like who lives with roommates or like even lives by himself.
The one roommate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad, yeah.
So basically, it's like almost open the fridge of any single man.
It's empty.
It's empty.
We got condiments, but that's only because sometimes the Uber Eats doesn't bring you what you ask for, so you got to have your own.
I'm sure you have hot sauce.
Oh, I got Taco Bell. So I keep Taco Bell the extra sauce packets. I got a drawer for them. You know what's funny? So Sham, Sham.
Of course.
Sham's in town in Austin right now, and he's been staying at my house.
You guys allowed him in Austin?
Yeah. I allowed him in my house too.
You guys
No, I love Sham. He's the best.
He is.
But he came over the other day, and I had just ordered a burger from Dairy Queen because they have food at the Dairy Queens down there.
Okay.
They don't.
All right.
Yeah, they don't really have the food here at Dairy Queen.
Wow.
And,
I don't think I've heard that. I don't think I've seen or heard that in maybe 25 years.
Their burgers are bomb. Yeah, and they also, weird thing, in Texas specifically, they have these steak fingers instead of the chicken tenders. I don't really care for them because they're fried.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like a chicken fried steak, but in a finger.
Okay.
But
all right.
So I ordered this burger, and he was like, "Oh, what'd you get?" And I was like, "Oh, I ordered a burger from Dairy Queen." And he was like, "Mason, that's trash." He's like, "You live in a fucking city.
Right.
There's better food than this." Right. And I'm like, "Yeah, well, it wasn't Taco Bell day." And he's like, "Dude, you live in a city where there's legitimately the best Mexican food and tacos at food trucks that you could get."
Yeah.
And I'm getting Taco Bell once a week.
Yeah.
I alternate between Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, Dairy Queen, Chili's.
So you're like fast, like you like fast. Is it more of convenience?
It's more of it's just sustenance or substance. Sustenance. I just need something on my belly to get me through the rest of the night. Because you got to imagine too, I don't wake up till noon or 1 every day.
Oh, okay.
And then I go to the gym. Then I get home. It's around like 3 to 4-ish.
Okay.
I get my Uber Eats, and then I'm out for the rest of the night, and I don't eat again.
All right.
I fast out of laziness.
Hey, it keeps the weight down.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I invented fasting. I was doing fasting before it was cool.
I feel like fasting is just another. I feel like fasting is just like another word for like low level
Being
depression.
broke. Yeah.
It just.
Well, technically, I'm fat, so I haven't eaten today.
I'll be honest with you, man. When I fast, like on purpose, right? Because there was a time where like I fasted, but I was like, it wasn't on purpose. It was
Right. Because you're just laziness and being broke.
no, I was a refugee.
Oh. Oh, yeah. From Eurotree.
Yeah, Eritrea. Yeah,
I said it right?
Not really, but you're trying. I like it. You keep trying. You said Eurotree.
But it's Eurotree.
First of all, you speaking like you're almost an African right now. It's annoying me.
It's because I got excited. So when I get excited, I sound African.
So it's like a European like dollar store.
Yeah,
Eurotree.
Eurotree. Close. It's Eritrea.
Eritrea.
Yeah. Or what my other boys like to say, it's they just say you're just from E-Tree.
E-Tree, that's right. That's the one I'm always trying
Like
to
they just keep
E-Tree.
they keep it short. Yeah.
Right.
But don't ever say that to me. E-Tree.
Oh, okay. Is it offensive? Is E-Tree offensive?
Well, it's not the name of the country.
Oh, gotcha. That's just what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Are these whites saying it?
They're kind of.
Yeah.
I would say white adjacent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I would say like they grew up like they're white dudes, but they're like lived in Dorchester. So they got a little
okay.
They got a little spice to them.
I gotcha.
Like Mark Wahlberg.
Like, oh, okay. Well,
Like not after like he accepted Jesus. Before.
Oh, is he a Jesus freak now?
I wouldn't say he's a freak, but he's a religious.
He stays prayed up.
He stays prayed up.
Oh, weird.
Blessed. He's very blessed.
People that are openly all about like their religion, like it's like, why do you got to tell everybody? That's like people that are big time AA people.
Yeah.
They always want to tell you about it, you know?
I don't trust people that haven't been into Jesus since day one.
Yeah, like since they were born.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, like people that found him.
Totally all
Yeah.
for the people. It's like, oh, okay, you grew up here and your family was all about God from the day you were born.
Right.
It's like, no, you drank too much. You
Right.
did too much blow.
Yeah.
And
It's
you
weird.
found Jesus.
It's weird.
Hey, well,
We've all been there.
You know what they say. Another man's trash, another man's treasure.
Yeah.
So
When I was in I had to do AA, but like because of a court sentence thing.
oh, not because you really needed the help, but they forced
Yeah,
you
they
to.
made me. Yeah. I'm fine. Miller Lite.
The fact that
Fine Pilsner.
This is my thing with you, bro. Like the fact that you showed up to the podcast with a case of Miller Lite, that's Mason in a nutshell for me. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do a podcast and not have a Miller Lite. I'm trying to get a sponsorship out of these people.
People outside of Boston have fun. That's what I've learned in my like 15 minutes here with Mason.
Oh yeah,
They just have fun.
Yeah.
They have fun in Austin, huh?
I mean, it's a shithole. Let's not kid ourselves here.
well,
Like, it's fun. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
Like, the comedy scene is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The amount of stage time that I get there, the opportunity that I've gotten from living in Austin and being there in the almost 2 years that I've been there.
Sure.
I would have never gotten this much opportunity if I was here.
no, you wouldn't have.
Not at the time I'm in.
I'm like,
As far as my time, and I'm almost 5 years in.
I just think it wouldn't have happened because it just doesn't. We just don't have as much room.
It's just not here.
It's just not
It's
here.
just not there.
There's no scene here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, whereas in Austin, so in downtown, there is 6 comedy clubs in downtown Austin right now.
That's great.
Which it is great, but it's reached a point of oversaturation because there's not enough population versus the amount of shows. So yeah, there are shows and there is the stage time, but we don't have the population to go with that because Rogan's Club, the mothership, takes up, you got to imagine, they're doing 7 nights a week, 4 shows a night, and they're sold out pretty much every show.
And that's going to happen, and that's a given.
For a while. I mean, maybe it'll taper off. I don't know. I don't see it happening because
not if he brings the people that they want to see
dude,
and the good comics.
If you went to Comedy Mothership right now on their Instagram, the shows that are coming up over the next 2 weeks, you're going to get to see, dude, Ron White and Roseanne are regulars there.
No. This is what I feel like. Rogan, I don't know Rogan, but I feel like it seems like he's very strategic, and he doesn't jump into things
Right.
without planning them and like, executing.
He's a calculated.
He's a calculated
guy.
individual. So I think the intention behind the mothership was like not only create a great environment for comics, which it seems like he has.
Yeah, 100%.
The other is that, dude, I just feel like he's like, I'm gonna bring in the funniest comics.
Yep, and they want to come,
and they want to come, and the funniest comics attract people in ticket sales. So I don't if they just keep booking the best, funniest comics,
and they will,
it's not going to slow down.
Yeah, yeah,
I
could see it not slowing down.
Yeah,
he also did like the thing that most people don't do. Normally, it's someone who didn't make it in comedy that starts a comedy club. He made it in comedy,
successful,
and then brought like Louis C.K., like all of these legendary top tier comics to help him build the club.
Right.
Great point.
Yeah,
So now not only the fans want to come and see a great show and the content's really good, but the comedians are there and they're like, this is amazing. This has everything.
Great point.
It's like staying at a nice hotel.
Right.
Great point.
And also, so I obviously don't get to like I've done the mic 3. I've done the mic 3 times there.
Okay.
Dude, the mic. It's a 3-minute set, and it's in front of a sold out fucking club room. Like, it's in Little Boy, which is their smaller room, but it still seats 130. And when they do for the mic, the whole front half of it, so there's a back part of the room that's a little bit raised.
Sure.
And that might not always be full, but it's like you're doing a real show at the Comedy Mothership, but it's 3 minutes. And you dude, it is, if you're just a competent comic, not even a really good, you can fuck it, that room, dude.
Yeah.
You can crush in there.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. There were some people before me where I was like, oof, yikes. Like,
well, it's comedy.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, I feel like you're not doing it. Like you're not experiencing it the right way.
Yeah. I've had 3.
Because watching a room full of monsters, like forget about an open mic. I'm just saying like a showcase show. It's kind of usually
cool.
It's kind of cool. Well, I think it's the coolest thing in the world.
It is 100%.
Because you're just watching, real professionals and different comedians, by the way.
Yeah.
Just really master a craft like it should be, and it kind of puts you in a place where it's okay. This is what it is.
Yeah, and dude, also when you get stuck, kind of not stuck, but when you spend a lot of times doing bar shows and like not to say lesser than shows, but like shows that are more of booked by other open mic, when people of your peers are running those shows, maybe even they're doing it at like one of the other clubs or at Creek in the Cave, something like that. Even when you go to those shows, you go, oh man, this guy's funny. But when you set foot in like the Mothership and you see someone like, for example, I got to see Harlan Williams in the big room. It's called The Fat Man. And I watched, so William Montgomery went on first.
Okay.
Killed.
Sure.
And then you're like, wow, man, how does it can't get any better than that.
Oh, no,
and then Adam Ray went on. And the laughs were more.
Adam's a killer.
And then I'm like, well, surely, it's not going to get better than that. Harlan Williams went on. Yeah. And dude, standing O when he walked out, I can't even describe the enormous laughs he was getting off of not even real jokes, off the cuff looks at the crowd with his facial expressions.
Right.
Dude, it was one of the best. He's in my top 3 best live performances I've ever seen.
One of the things that one of the things I've noticed about you as a comedian is that you are like a type of individual in comic that first does appreciate good comedy from other comedians. You don't like hold back, and you're like, you are a fan of comedy.
Love it.
And that's the one thing I noticed about you when I first met you.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, and that was like, I was like, okay, this kid, he understands, like, he's just a fan of comedy, man.
Right.
Like, and I'm not saying like this kid, like I'm a fucking coach or anything.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, cause, but.
Well, when I met you, you were already like 8 years in or something.
I think so, yeah.
Because I'm almost 5 years in.
5?
And I met you like almost immediately. In
Yeah.
2018.
No, well, I'm I'm 10 years in now.
Okay, so I met you. So you were a 5 or 6 year comic when I met you.
Wow. Oh, damn
And
God.
and at that time I looked at you, I was like, oh, this guy's already fucking doing it.
Well, it seems that way when you do it, like we were talking about, if you keep doing it.
Right.
And you're
right.
in front of, you keep doing it in front of people all the time.
Right.
You know? But yeah, I've done a lot of sets, you know?
Yeah.
And then what happens is you just eventually, hopefully, as you're finding your voice and you're trying to find yourself, you just grow, and people hopefully catch on and they kind of see what you're doing. And you know, you were the first people that actually gave me time at your one of the shows
at the Crack.
The Crack,
yeah,
Crack.
You did 30. I think you might have done 40 minutes, maybe. You did like 30 or 30. I told you to. I said just go. I was like, just do it. Just remember?
Yeah, I think you did.
I was like, just do whatever you want, and you kill. It was, and that was a tough show.
It was,
but they loved you. That was great.
Yeah, that was a great.
I remember you told the story that now I'm sure it's in your act, but I think at the time it wasn't. I think you just told it about the lady cooking you lasagna and then you fucked her.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yep.
Yeah. Like, I think that might have been one of the first times you started like working on that story.
Yeah, that was about in my meatball.
Yeah. And then I remember you were one of the first comics I saw in town that like went up and like completely just did all just like what seemed like all crowd work, but obviously, I mean, it was the night we were at Improv Boston.
When it was open?
When it was before it was before the pandemic. Yeah. And we were doing that open mic, and you just went up and you were like, "I'm doing 10 minutes. I don't care what you say," to like Sterling or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't know you knew her. Like, I didn't know that you guys knew each other.
Okay, no.
So you were just. So to me, I was like, this guy's a savage. Like, I was like, this guy doesn't give a fuck.
He is a fucking savage. He put me on a show once, and the fucking girl didn't even know who I was.
Yeah, you were just like,
and
he's going on.
And she just asked like a normal question. She was like, is he fucking good? Like, there's like 40, 50 people here. Like, maybe around that. It wasn't small.
No, it was a crowd.
And Chase is like, are you going to keep fucking asking me questions? I'm like, no, you should answer those questions before you put me up on stage.
Yeah.
He's like, if you keep fucking asking me these questions, I'm going to leave.
So funny.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Are you still doing comedy? You still do comedy?
I stopped going up a while back.
Okay.
I didn't stop writing, but I started producing this podcast and kind of looking into like more of the production side. But I didn't stop writing. I'm going to start going back up. Yeah.
He kind of like backed off of doing comedy.
I kind of fell in that rut that you were talking about where like you do these bar shows and you kind of just hit a certain point where you're like, it's not fun. I don't have fun going anymore.
Right. And well, then that's kind of when you...
And that's kind of the point where you're like, and you're not... And when you stop talking about stuff that like, it's funny and you're just like getting bitter about it, like you need to like step back a little, so...
Right. Which I guess I have a sickness because... Which I guess as, like, dude, so just last week, so I had a couple of months of feeling really good about my comedy.
Okay.
And then last week, I bombed.
How about other people?
I had been getting booked. I've been getting booked pretty regularly lately.
Oh yeah, I see.
And like things.
I'm joking, by the way, but I do see you on. You're working, man.
Yeah,
you're out there.
So but I think what happened was, I kind of felt like I was getting. I kind of was like, I'm doing pretty fucking good. And then last week I bombed 4 nights in a row.
Good.
And legitimately was like, I hate comedy. I suck. God damn it, I suck.
Yeah, man.
Like, this is bad. What are you doing? But I just kept, but then finally on Saturday night, I went and did a bar show down from Vulcan and fucking had a phenomenal set. But I was high as fuck. And I never do comedy high.
Okay.
I hate doing comedy high.
Okay.
Because I'm like slow and I forget shit. But for whatever reason.
That's usually how it works.
I don't know what it was, but I went up and I did like 2 new bits and then was making fun of myself for being high.
Yeah.
And it just, for whatever reason, had this phenomenal set. 10 minutes, just quick in and out. And then even that night, I had my show at Vulcan, Midnight Mass, if you're ever in Austin, monthly show.
Oh, plug that up.
And I bombed.
At your own show?
Yeah.
Love it.
So, like, it's just so annoying. Like, it's like, it really is.
But you enjoy some of those bombs, though.
Yeah,
that's the
it's
thing.
like, you got to fucking get your shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you do the good one and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna, I'm not horrible, not trash like you thought. But then same night.
Yeah. I think
within an hour of each other.
I think for me, it just comes down to, when it comes to comedy, really, really simple. One of my like mentors in comedy said, like, a lot of comics get into like paralysis analysis a lot, where it's like they overthink these thoughts that come into their brain, about bombing and this, and they're calculating it, and it's like, you're gonna bomb, you're gonna. For me, I think the easier you kind of allow yourself peace in your mind about just bombing humbly.
Mm-hmm. And it being this is a part of it,
and just accepting that this is just part of the process,
right?
Then you don't really tend to kind of think of like those thoughts don't really come,
right? And it doesn't stay with you as much.
And it doesn't stay with you. And in addition to staying with you, it could kind of hinder you progress, because you're always thinking about the negative side of what could happen of the set,
right?
Instead of just going doing the best. If you bomb, look at it.
What'd you do?
What'd you do? Go back
differently.
Yeah, go back and do it again.
Right.
So, it's just, sometimes when I just think, when I listen to comics and they just kind of overthink the process of it, I'm just like, it's not, just don't, just try, just try not to think about it. But we want to do so good.
Yeah.
And
it's just because we care.
And we care a lot. We care a lot. I think of us as artists, comedians are artists. And
I think it's the hardest.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's, in my opinion, comedy is one of the hardest things I've ever done.
It's a challenge.
Like, dude,
it's a challenging job.
It's so fucking hard.
And if you don't like to challenge yourself,
yeah,
it's not gonna be easy.
But it's also, it's the little wins too.
Yeah,
like it's those little moments where for example, I got to host for Kyle Dunnigan.
Oh, funny guy.
And it was great.
Yeah.
And his feature, told me after the first show, he goes, "Hey man, I just want to let you know, I think you're funny." He was like, "We don't normally." He's like, "Normally, when you don't know who the host is going to be, they might suck. Like we don't, because they didn't pick me. I just got it through because I worked there and I had been wanting to do a hosting gig, and finally it came up. I got the offer, I got to do it.
Well, that's how it works.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah, we don't always know if you're going to be good." And he goes, "I'm glad you're good." He's like, I like to follow a good, strong, young comic. He's like, it makes our time better for being here.
Yeah.
He's like, that's great. And then we can, because before I went up, both of them were ignoring me. They they weren't really like.
That's kind of normal sometimes.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yeah.
They weren't rude by any means.
Right.
But they weren't really hanging. Yeah. And then after that first show,
that's solidified.
It broke the, whatever, and we had a great time. I did 4 shows.
That's the common denominator for anything in comedy.
Being
funny.
Yeah.
Are you funny?
Right.
And that no matter if people don't like you.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, he's funny.
He's funny.
Right.
It's like, we don't know this guy. You go up and do a set before them. You're funny, killing it. Oh.
Right. Now we can talk.
It's an automatic respect.
Right.
It's an automatic.
And I felt that. And that was my first time getting to do something like that.
Well, you know what? At the same time, you should thank me because I Venmoed him before the show.
Well, hey, for real.
Yeah, this guy needs a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, and you know what else is funny? I always hear on podcasts.
What's that?
People talk about spot pay and stuff.
What's that?
You do a spot at the Cellar, you get $25. Right?
Okay.
So spot pay and hosting pay versus feature pay and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I've always heard they're like, yeah, back when I was hosting in the 90s, it was $50 to host. $50 a show. And then when I got paid, it was $50.
I was about to say it hasn't gone up really. Like
but I just think that's so funny. Like 30 years later, which I would have done it for free. Like,
don't ever say that as a professional comic.
Well, I'm not a professional.
Funny's an interesting word to use
You know
in that
what?
context. I'm fucking furious to hear that.
What?
The fact that there's no adjustment for inflation and these scumbags are taking so much money home.
Well, it didn't bother me at all.
Well, the thing,
I was like, hey, that's a part of paying your dues.
We do comedy for a while for no money.
I care less about the money.
Well, the thing is, we obviously, the majority of the time when you first start comedy, you're not getting money at all.
Right.
You know? But the thing is, it's like, if you do, though, just take money for free, what happens is it fucks it up for other comics to get paid.
Right.
So what you want to do is you don't want to get you don't want to do, because you're at the level where you're funny enough to get paid. That's my personal opinion.
Thank you.
So don't take a gig for free.
Okay.
Because what happens is if the booker's like, oh, we can pay this guy for free, they're just gonna keep the other guy to
fuck it up forever.
So what I'm basically saying,
I'm not doing shows for free ever.
No,
I was gonna edit that out anyways.
Yeah. I was like, it's like no, but if I didn't articulate it in the right way, what I'm trying to say is like, no, like definitely know your value.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and
right.
like. You know,
or just your market value.
Market, like
that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like personal worth is different than market value. Like if people are performing at the same level as you or getting paid, keep consistent with that.
Right.
You know, don't, you know. Right. That's with anything though, not even just comedy, like anything, people like negotiating salaries and things like that. It's
one of the best
part of the game.
Yeah. No, that's a great point.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best advice I've ever got in stand-up comedy in my early days was from TK Kirkland.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Is he a Boston guy?
You need to watch. He's one of my favorite comedians. Who raised you?
He's a legend.
Okay.
He's old school.
Where's he from? Is he a New York guy?
Jersey.
Jersey, New York ish. I don't know exactly where he's from originally, but he's been around for a long time.
Okay.
Since the
TK
80s.
Kirkland?
He used to open up for NWA as a comedian.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. So like that's how like he's managed Sandra Bullock and a lot of comedians first starting out.
Oh wait, but he's not a comic.
He's a stand-up comedian. Yeah.
But he also is a manager.
I'm gonna send you his video because this guy's fucking fascinating.
Yeah, cool. Like at some point we'll get like, you know, if we had like we could have showed you, but TK Kirkland is like he's awesome.
Cool.
But he said to me, he's like as a comic, don't ask for money until you're funny.
Yeah.
And it's like if you know you're funny and you're getting the laughs and the laughs are validating your currency, that's when you know.
Hell yeah.
It's Matt, it's like simple.
Yeah, right.
It's market value.
You get paid.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't laugh, you don't. Well, sometimes you still get paid. Gosh, I still want to get paid.
Right.
But like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually about the.
I would still pay you fucking $50 like a show. I'm not giving you more. Like, he said, Jason, can you do my show? Yeah, man. Yeah, I want you to headline. All right. I heard you on my podcast. You quoted a price at $50 a show.
Do you want that 2 20s and a 10 or all
or a $50
ones?
Bill.
Or all ones.
Dude, about the you
What's up?
said sometimes you don't do well, but you still get paid. So I had a guy. What? Wait, man, fuck. What? Oh, fuck. I do. So we do 2 pods a week.
Yeah.
But I forget
the High Noon Pod.
Yeah, High Noon Podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
Fuck, we had someone on. I forget who it was.
All right.
That was telling me about corporate gigs, and and he was like, "Yeah, man, listen. Even when I do these corporate gigs, even if they hate me, he's like, I still get paid. He's like, it pays well.
Yeah.
And he was like, so listen, if you ever get a corporate gig, do your shit. You know, like
do your best.
Don't go in and like go like fuck this.
Well, you're not gonna get it back.
But yeah, but he's like, but you know, just remember, even if you bomb because they're eating steaks and not paying attention, even if you go up and eat shit, he said, do your time. If you're booked for an hour, do that fucking hour.
Yeah.
Even if they hate you, he's like, do it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're still gonna get paid.
Right.
And then at the end, they'll still tell you did good.
And they'll refer you to more corporate gigs.
Yeah.
If I was a comic, I would probably go on like the corporate gig circuit.
Well, see, the only thing that I don't like about the idea of doing corporates is like most of the time, you got to be clean.
Depends.
For a lot of them.
It depends, man. It depends. It depends on the company. You know, if you're a CEO of John Deere,
Yeah.
do you care like a comic is gonna be clean?
Right.
I'm gonna get Ron White, dude.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm gonna get Mason Smith. I'm gonna get, you know.
He's so good, dude. I've seen Ron White probably 15 times now.
You know
God,
what? You know
he's
what?
fucking
You know what it is for me. It's something. Yeah, Ron White's just like he's got like he's I don't know, man. He's
Whatever it is,
Yeah.
he's got it.
Yeah.
Like the way he holds the crowd.
Yeah.
So I work at Vulcan.
Yeah.
And
Austin, Texas.
Before Mothership opened, they were obviously doing Rogan and Friends
Yep.
at Vulcan.
Yeah.
So Ron White would be there all the time. And dude, so Vulcan is kind of notorious for rowdy, alcohol-driven crowds. And it's a great time. I'm not saying it's bad. But a lot of times we would have to tell people like, hey, you got to like stop shouting out, keep it down, this and that. There was not one comic except for Ron White who, when he went up, the crowd was at attention. They would sit there and just hang on his every word. They would just, anything even if he was doing a 3-minute setup to one punchline, the crowd was on board.
Yeah.
And that's where I want to fucking get. That's cool,
Well,
dude.
it's cool, man.
But he's also, 40 years into,
I would say at least 30, 40 years.
35, 40 years in.
It takes time.
But it shows, and it's so cool to see.
Would you say that your Austin itself is like obviously where you at right now with your comedy and your career that's going for you? And you're in Boston now. Are you doing shows here? Are you visiting?
Yeah,
shows?
I'm doing. So tonight I'm gonna. Will Noonan told me I could come by Capo.
Cool.
So I'm gonna do Capo, and then I got another podcast scheduled for Saturday, and then Saturday night I'm featuring for Vickers at Nick's Comedy Stop.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then I had a show on Friday that fell through. Yeah. So I'm kind of also I didn't really come up here with any other plans other than I wanted to do some podcasts.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the Knicks thing, and then I wanted to do Capo. That's really other than that, I just want to hang out because like I haven't been here in almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So I just want to relax. I just want to have fun.
Pre-COVID. Yeah. When you said did you want to come on a podcast, I was like, yeah, we got it definitely.
Oh, you want to hear about my ketamine story?
I mean, well, first of all, the segue was fantastic.
Yeah. I'm all about segues.
I was doing an upbeat, positive thing, right? And
Ketamine's positive depending on how you
Very positive.
ingest it.
Nice. I'm laughing because we have horrible segues on High Noon too. Because I'm so just like, oh. Did you want to hear about it or no?
Well, listen.
'Cause we can keep talking about comedy.
No. We'll definitely not. No, not ever. Not ever. Like after that, no, dude. Like we're not talking about comedy. The fans get it. Austin's great. Go fucking see Austin.
Yeah.
Mason's down there. I'll be down there soon. Now we're gonna segue into ketamine, ladies and gentlemen. Please do tell. Yes.
So
all the ketamine.
So
Do you have some now?
No, not on me. No.
Okay. Is it? Can you? What is it?
I can get it.
What is it?
What is ketamine?
Yeah. What?
So technically, it's a tranquilizer. I guess if you really like, could you want to Google ketamine and read the real definition of what it is? Because it's a. So
this is the first fact check we ever did on this podcast. By the way.
I don't even know if people actually.
I've offered.
Yeah.
I'm like, Chase, you might want to check that. He's like, nah, we'll roll with it.
I'm not even certain if it's in the hallucinogen category, but by God, you do hallucinate. Like, it's cool as shit.
So what do you like?
So I'll let him read the actual definition of what ketamine is. But when you're I can tell you what it feels like. So it's a dissociate type thing, right?
What does that mean?
So like,
it's a general anesthetic that's administered intravenously and intramuscularly in the form of hydroglyceride. It's used illicitly, which is how Mason uses it, by being inhaled in powder form, especially for dreamlike and hallucinogenic state it produces.
Yeah. So that's all correct. But yesterday, for my first time, I went to a ketamine clinic, and the person intramuscularly, how do you say it? Intramuscularly.
They put it in your arm
and jabbed me with the ketamine. and so I got to sit in this really nice comfy chair.
Wait, hold on, bro.
With a weighted blanket.
Wait, hold on. You went to a doctor to do this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like legal. It's fully legal here in Massachusetts.
Oh, then I don't want to talk about it.
What? No, but dude.
I want illegal shit. I want to talk.
Well, I can tell you about the illegal times.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
When
Tell me
I
about-
snort a fat gagger and roll around on the floor.
No,
like
I
a
need to know
baby.
about this ketamine story.
Yeah. And so, dude, it was so fucking cool. So I get shot up with the ketamine, which I guess you're not supposed to say shooting up with it, but I did. And dude, I put on. So she gave me a sleep mask and some headphones, and I got a weighted blanket on me. And dude, I put on the song called "Tempest" by Tool, which is a 14-minute song, and I just left my body, and it was one of the coolest fucking experiences that I've ever fucking had. And and then at the very end, the next song came on that I had queued up, and my phone rang, and it ruined everything. I was like, God damn it! Who the fuck is calling? Don't they know I'm doing ketamine right now? I was upset.
You was pissed.
And yeah, and it pulled me out of it, and then like I came to, and I was loopy for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Dude, if you ever get a chance to do it, man, you should go do it. It's cool as shit. Now, when you do it at home, you're snorting it the way that you were talking about. Mm-hmm. And I like to do a huge gagger.
Of course, why not?
And and I'll roll around on the floor.
I mean, I think that's the best story I've ever heard on this podcast. Like, I don't think I've ever, like...
I think you found a new sponsor.
I think we found a new sponsor.
Ketamine.
Yeah, not the facility.
Yeah, no.
The drug.
No, we did the drug. Yeah.
So you've never done K?
Nah, nigga.
Oh.
Fuck is you... Like, what...
You can only push Chase so far till he makes that switch, I feel like.
Yeah.
Have you done acid?
It's too suburban, I feel like.
I didn't want to say it.
It's too cul-de-sac-y.
Well, you already said I'm an N-word. Remember on my podcast?
I did. I say one a podcast.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
I'll let one go.
But, yeah.
No, we'll be honest with you, man. I've never been the type of dude to be into
psychedelics at all. No mushrooms.
No drug. Yeah, nothing. I have never done any drugs.
I thought you smoked weed. You don't smoke weed?
I mean, this is...
Because I was going to... I know you don't even drink, right?
Is it really weed? Is it really a drug, cannabis?
Oh, but you do smoke weed, though. Yeah.
I mean, Daddy likes to dabble.
Yeah. Doing a dab. Oh.
Daddy likes to dabble in devil's lettuce.
Hell yeah. I rolled up some joints. Do you smoke in here?
No, we don't. But not in this studio because the studio is not insured by me yet. Shout out to Beacon Street Studios, Boston, Mass.
What is that where we're at right now?
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Oh, okay.
That's what we call it, Beacon Street Studios, also known as
Ketamine Studios. We could call it
Ketamine Studios.
Yeah.
After this podcast.
The first one's on us.
We actually might get more ratings now if we call it Ketamine Studios.
I saw you just did a podcast with your old co-host.
Randy.
Randy
Yeah.
Valero?
Yeah, Valerio.
Yeah.
Valerio. Yeah, my dog.
Valero's the gas station, I think.
Yeah, it actually is. It actually is, yeah.
I've never met him, but I see his clips come up in my...
in the
we
feeds?
follow each other. Like he comes up in my algorithm or whatever.
Yeah, man. He's
Funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah,
he's an LA guy. He's in LA.
He's in LA now. Yeah.
And you quit doing... what was your podcast with him called?
Ready, Set, Blow.
And that's not a thing anymore, right?
It is a thing. He still does it.
Oh, he does it solo now.
Yeah, he does it solo.
Okay.
Yeah. I left there about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like his clips. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny. Yeah.
But point being, I saw that you just did it recently.
Yeah,
I guess you were out there.
I was out there in LA, and I did a podcast, and then he was out here, and we did a swap podcast. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's Ready, Set, Blow is cool. It's just and he still continues it, so we'll still keep it going.
Nice.
Yeah.
I also saw you had old Caggiano on.
Oh, Dave Caggiano. Yeah. I like
Dave.
I like Dave.
Salty.
Yeah, I love Dave.
Dave's like
he's killing it.
He's got
in New York,
he's got a young old soul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's like a young guy, but he's just like he's got an old
He's full throttle
So-
Boston. I feel like
for
he's
sure.
like,
Yeah.
because you know his dad was like a detective.
His dad was a cop in my hometown.
Yeah,
He arrested me.
Mattapan,
He arrested me.
right? Mattapan.
That's racist.
Oh.
I live in the suburbs. Did you see that?
Chase lived in a wider town than I did.
I
Yeah.
thought you said you lived in like Jamaica Plain or Mattapan.
Yeah, I think that might be another guy.
It's not racist.
I think that might not racist. I didn't
Salem and Mattapan sound
Great
the same.
observation.
But wait, so where did you grow up again?
I grew just north of Boston.
Which in North Reading or?
No, there's a town called Malden.
Oh, I know Malden.
Yeah, Malden.
I
Yeah.
always like to say, you boys didn't just knock over a Star Market in Malden for a box of quarters.
We have got I grew up with guys like that. Yeah, I grew up with all types of people. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Irish, Italian, Asian, Mattapan people.
Quincy's full of Asians,
Great segue.
which is where I lived when I lived here. But what was I gonna
Lived out
say?
on the neck.
I'm a NECA.
You were out on the neck.
Well, the thing is with you is like interesting because you're not a Bostonian by birth or anything. You actually was raised in Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah.
So you're
yeah.
from like Arkansas,
Moved here
South.
when I was 22.
Yeah, you moved to Boston when you were 22.
Never had been on a plane before.
Really? Mm-hmm. And then have you ever? Well, let me ask you a question more deeper than that. Since you've never been on a plane before you came to Boston, while living in Arkansas, did you just stay like remotely on your ranch?
Pretty much, I just was there. Yeah, like I lived in Fayetteville for a little bit, which is northwest Arkansas.
Okay.
But only for like a year and a half. And then back to my hometown. And then I met at a music festival.
And that okay.
And then I moved to Boston like 2 weeks later.
That quick. Mm-hmm. Now, were you married like at that age?
No.
You got married young, huh?
I got married we got married when I was like 26 or 27. Because I met her about 9 months after moving to Boston.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then we like quickly like moved in to got an apartment.
Yeah.
And then we're together for like 8 years.
I've never been married, so I couldn't tell you what that means. But
It's just a paperwork.
yeah, that's what it seems. That's what a lot of people seems like. It's like
It's
because love is
literally-
love,
it's
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would never do it again because it was such a hassle to get a divorce.
Bro, that's insane that you moved from Arkansas. Rural
Right.
art, was it rural?
I
Kind
guess,
of all
well,
of it?
it was an hour. It was 50 minutes, 50 to an hour from Little Rock.
Okay. That I would consider rural.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Like there, yeah. I mean, like I grew up in a dry county. Like you
Okay,
couldn't-
yeah, that's rural Arkansas.
Yeah.
And you chose what? Boston?
Well, I didn't choose it. It chose me.
Oh, because you're
Like, I
white.
met Nat at a music festival.
Got it.
Just met him.
Right.
I was ready to move wherever someone was willing to let me move to.
Right. Yeah.
Like I just wanted to leave Arkansas.
Dude, so what was it like when you first got to Boston?
I was like a child. Everything was just like, you can walk to a liquor store? What?
Wow.
Like this is because I moved to Waltham
Yeah.
when I first moved here,
Yeah.
and I lived right off of Moody Street, which
Yeah.
is like if you know Waltham, it's all bars. Yeah. It's literally so Waltham has 2 colleges. There's like Bentley, right?
Yeah.
I think
there's,
yeah.
a, there's,
and
there's, a,
Brandeis.
there's a few. There's a few.
Brandeis is that big Jew college.
Of course.
And I remember I got my job at Gordon's at a liquor store.
Yeah.
And by the way, I didn't meet a Jew till I was 20. Nat was my first Jew. Never had met one.
You know what?
That's so funny. So you come in, you meet your first Jew, you come into Boston,
And they're everywhere.
and everyone's everywhere.
Yeah.
How do you process this information?
I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I loved finding out about Jew culture was amazing to me.
You can
loved
add an
it.
ish at the end of Jew, by the way.
You can.
I mean, it's funnier
to
say Jew, though.
avoid any issues
I love the
that
Jewish
Kanye
people.
West might have. You might want to add ish at the end. Could be helpful.
I've already said it
No, but
hundreds of times.
No, but listen, I find it interesting because it's more or less of like you come from a place where there's not a lot going on
Yeah.
socially, stimuli wise, and
Yeah,
then you
nothing.
jump into
Drugs.
this environment, which, you know, if people grew up in New York City, that's a different beast. Like Boston is still a major city.
I loved it. I love Boston. I got to see real snow for the first time.
Wow.
Imagine being 22. Well, you moved here when you were what, 13?
No, much
you were
younger.
younger?
I was younger. I was a kid.
Okay.
No, but I definitely know like the feeling that,
Well, like-
that you got. I definitely can relate to the feeling that you got when you saw like snow for the first time.
A real snow though, like an actual nor'easter. Yeah,
yeah, like real, like
that powder.
the powder stuff. No,
Cool.
Dude, I'm telling you,
It's almost dry.
I'm trying to tell you, dude, I can relate because that was the same feeling when I saw my first white girl.
Oh yeah.
Who was
Really?
When I
Jewish.
was, Kim in kindergarten, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had red hair. She was like crazy, like redheaded snow bunny.
Seeing a redheaded chick, was that wild?
Oh yeah, I made out with her under the teacher's desk right away.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, my first
so
kiss.
She was like,
Her name was Kim.
did you speak English?
I don't think she cared.
Oh. Really?
I think
She was like,
yeah, she. Well, I was like kissing her. I remember like kissing her, and then I wanted like a little tongue, and then she was like,
and at 5?
yeah,
You were like,
dude, I was a 5-year-old refugee, so which means I was like 25 years old man in
oh, okay.
in America.
What? So people are tongue kissing at 5 in Africa?
Nah, we just saw it. We just see a lot of things. We like to get to it.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know if it's gonna be the last day.
Now, forgive me for this might be an ignorant question. Forgive me. In where you're from,
Yes.
is there electricity? Or is it like third world? I don't know if third world is offensive.
No, it's not offensive. The black excellence me want to say yes. There was.
There was electricity.
There was, but there wasn't.
But
so
not
only up
everyone.
until
So not everyone.
not everyone, and up until a certain time, it was cut off.
Okay.
Even till now, like it is like that.
Now there's not electricity?
No, there's electricity in like the city, obviously in the major
Oh,
city.
you're saying, but at a certain distance out,
yeah,
there's no more.
There's no more, and
Okay.
and it cuts off.
Are people riding horses and shit?
camels?
Okay.
Camels
And are there stoplights?
in the city
Okay.
for sure.
And it's a small city.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
What's the population, you think?
I would of the country right now. I would say maybe about 4 to 5 million. I mean,
Oh,
we
so
have
it's a
Google.
big-
We have Google.
So it's
Do you
a
mind?
big.
Can you do it? Eritrea. Eritrea population. Yeah.
Good luck spelling that.
He got
It's
it.
not AIR, I'll tell you
It's
that.
EIR.
ITREIA. EA. Sorry. So Etri.
Yeah.
TREA.
But okay, that's a big city. So that's a city.
3.6 million as
Yeah,
of
that's a
2021.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the country, Eritrea. Asmara is the capital. You're asking what the population of the city is or the whole country?
Oh, I thought that was a city. I didn't realize it was a.
No, Eritrea is the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you thought I would
obviously there's a lot of people with no electric because it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
Just under 1 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Of the,
So about the size of Austin.
the capital,
Yeah.
Asmara. Yeah. It's called Asmara.
Asmara.
Asmara. Yeah. Beautiful
Okay.
country in the beautiful part of the world.
Are you near the water?
Oh, we're right on the Red Sea.
Oh, cool.
We own the Red Sea.
Is the beach nice
Sorry,
there?
I had to
Or
say
is
that.
it rocky? Is it a nice beach?
It's
Do people go to it?
Sub-Saharan.
This looks nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's the
beautiful.
capital, a country.
beautiful.
It's known for its Italian colonial buildings like the Catholic Cathedral. City's eclectic architecture ranges from Art Deco cinemas to futurist airplane-shaped Fiat service stations. Place seems nice.
It's beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah.
So people do visit. So people go there for sightseeing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
yeah. The Northeast African, they call it the Horn of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we border the Red Sea. So the Red Sea is like, I mean, historically, it's like, it's
beautiful.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. Super clear blue. Very nice.
It's I mean, and then you could go, you could fly into Ethiopia, which is a much more bigger country, which is just south of us. So you can fly into the capital of Ethiopia, which is called Addis Ababa.
okay.
And it's just, I mean, Ethiopia is a lot bigger than Eritrea.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole history of Eritrea and Ethiopia is like we're basically like cousins, but we had civil war with each other since the 60s.
Oh, and it's still going on.
And it's
Is it like Palestine and Israel?
same
Same thing.
kind of same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but we've worked, and now there's a peace treaty that's happened. So, you never know. There's always kind of conflicts that can always arise. But from before my parents' generation, it's war.
Okay.
We fled war.
Okay.
So when
that's why you moved.
That's why I moved here. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for the drapes.
Yeah.
It's like,
Did you get here when your parents came here? Was it on like a plane or was it like a boat type situation?
No, we did. It was a plane. Actually, it was a plane. So we flew over here. We got sponsored by a white couple named Harvey and Kathy.
And they were in Boston.
They were in Boston.
Cool.
Harvey was in the military, and Kathy, she did something, but he worked for GE, but they were part of the church.
Oh, okay.
And then they brought us over here. Yeah.
Very cool. And are they still alive? Do you still? Are they still alive?
Kathy has passed.
Okay.
So they were my sponsors.
Right.
And then Harvey is still alive.
And you just recently you're like a full blown American citizen.
A year ago Monday.
I knew it was because when you were on the pod, you were like, "Yeah, I just got it."
I got it on Juneteenth.
Cool. So almost right at a year ago. Wait, what day is it? A year ago. Yeah, a year ago.
A year ago.
Cool.
Yeah, man. So
is today the 19th?
Yeah. Monday
cool.
was the 19th.
Oh, no.
Monday was Juneteenth. Yeah.
Very cool.
You know, the other day, I'm not gonna. I thought about you the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was watching. I was thinking about. I'm just gonna say it, but
I don't get offended by anything.
I know you don't, but I just no. Because I was in Ohio over the weekend, and I saw a Confederate flag, and I thought about you, but not
in the sense of like Mason would like that.
In like a fun, jovial way.
In a jovial way.
Yeah.
Like in a Starsky and Hutch type of way.
Right, right.
Like because I was driving by the truck and there was, the flaps behind the tires.
Uh-huh.
So there was a big truck dude, like it was a truck guy.
Yeah.
And there was a Confederate flag. And I was just driving. I was like, and I looked over to the right. I'm like, oh, Mason's going to be on the podcast next week. It wasn't like but it wasn't like
right.
What people may think.
Anyone that knows me knows that it's that I'm fucking that I'm not racist.
No, absolutely not.
I know. Listen, believe me, I know how I sound. I'm aware of what my fucking voice sounds like. I know I have an accent.
Oh, that's so good.
So I was like, yeah, just say.
Hell yeah.
But it was very quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was just like, kind of like.
Racism. Mason.
Oh my God, look at this fucking truck with this Confederate flag. Chase's internal monologue. How are we going to have Mason on the podcast?
Oh, yeah, I love that guy.
That'll be fun.
I do love him. I put up with some things. If you're a good guy.
Well, I mean, just because I don't put
I'll
ish
put up
at
with
the end
some
of Jew.
things. No, I mean, it's a compliment in the sense of like, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
The flag does not stand for things that we support in this podcast,
Hey,
but
it's heritage, not hate.
but it's but when accessorized as an auto part,
by the way,
it's a little bit more of a vibe.
By the way, I've never been like a weirdo about that. Like I've never been like, no, I should be able to have that flag. Dude, people in New Hampshire
They have it for sure.
Have the Confederate flag.
Big time.
To me,
they do.
If you're above the Mason-Dixon line and you've got a Confederate flag, that's racist. If you're in Alabama,
what do you think's in that closet?
Yeah.
Good point.
If you're in Alabama and you have the Confederate flag, you can sort of go, oh well, it's because we're from the South. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But if you're in Maine or Oregon,
Yeah.
and you've got, which I've been to both, and there are Confederate flags, that's kind of like you going, yeah, we're
got some
racist.
explaining to do.
We're in it.
Yeah.
We're
You
in
got
the
explaining
game.
to do.
Yeah, which is weird. That's weird to me.
Yeah.
You know, if you're just some dumb teenager in Alabama, you're just doing it because you're like, yeah, it's the rebel flag. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's like
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a symbol of the South. And
Yeah.
yeah, right.
But,
Yeah.
you know, once you cross that line, it's like, it's just weird.
What's the line? Where's
West
that line?
Virginia, right?
Is it West? Is it Maryland?
For me-
Mason-Dixon line is
For me,
No,
it's
I'm
like
saying technically.
DC. Oh, technically?
Technically, I think it's Virginia.
Flag check. He's got
Yeah,
flag
yeah,
check.
we're doing a lot of Googles on this one.
I really get it
Well, we gotta
flagged
put-
on this.
We may be. Yeah, we gotta protect ourselves at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was Mason-Dixon line is well, every time. Okay, when I think about Arkansas, while Nick's looking up the information, I always think about. Actually, I'll let Nick go, and I'll go.
Yeah, the Mason-Dixon line starts in West Virginia and cuts across Maryland, Virginia. I guess Ohio is like a little bit. Southern Ohio is like kind of under that line a little bit, dips under, but like basically like West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, D.C., and parts of Delaware.
Right, that's the cutoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything above that, if you've got the rebel flag, you're just an asshole.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Like, you're just being rude.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's always interesting.
And also, we could even go a little further and say,
Let's do it.
so if you go west of, I'd say Oklahoma, you're getting into, you don't get to claim, like Arizona, you don't get to be the South. You're not the South.
Arizona's its own.
I know but I'm just saying, even if you had a rebel flag in Arizona, you're not the South.
Arizona's like if they put the South and like Vegas in a blender.
Dude.
Vegas, Florida, and the South in a blender, and that would spit out Arizona, I feel like.
Yeah,
Because they've got a mix
I
of,
would agree with that.
they got a mix of everything there.
Arizona's a wild place.
You do some time, you go to prison, you can still get out and have a gun.
I think Arizona.
That's the type of
Really?
shit that Arizona's on, yeah.
I think.
I might have to fact check that.
Well,
Yeah. For me, I think. I don't know why, but I always think of Arizona in this way. I feel like Arizona is like the skinny Al Sharpton.
the skinny Al Sharpton,
So good.
which is, what is that? What do you mean?
Like he used to be big in like
Wait.
Texas, and now he's
Is
like the
Al
big.
Withered.
When Al Sharpton, there was two
He's
Al
the
Sharptons.
overalls guy. Is that Al Sharpton?
Now you're fucking getting rude.
Am I?
I let you go on
am
the
I
Confederate
wrong?
flag. Now you're fucking getting rude. Okay.
Which one's Al Sharpton?
Al Sharpton is
He's a black fella.
He's
Okay.
he's a
Yep,
black
you're right.
advocate, black rights, civil rights advocate.
Oh, he's a preacher. Isn't he a pastor?
He's a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of that. We'd say
Yeah.
he's very versatile.
Yeah.
in
Is he
everything.
alive? Still alive?
If he is, he's not doing great.
He is alive. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He's alive.
Physically, he's breathing.
He's breathing.
Yes.
But
Yeah. He's,
So is our president.
yeah. He was a very huge, like it's civil rights activist. Been probably worked on like always worked on like some of the huge cases like
you
that.
think he knew Martin?
He was there when he was there. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He was there. Yeah. Yeah. He was there the whole time. Jesse Jackson actually. You know Jesse Jackson?
I know the name.
Okay, not the runner, the actual guy that fought for like not the civil rights activist.
The name sounds familiar.
Okay. Is there any black people that you know that
Malcolm
that
X.
contributed to American
Malcolm
history?
X, Muhammad Ali.
Okay, just trying to make sure where you are on the
Oprah.
Martin Lawrence,
Oprah.
Sinbad.
Huh?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Sinbad. What's the Bernie Mac?
Great comic,
Great.
legend.
So I just heard on a podcast the other day that apparently Sinbad was one of the original just fucking murderers.
Oh, Sinbad's a killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which when you're a kid and you would see these famous comedic actors, like you don't know that those, because it was the 90s and early 2000s.
That's my time.
You
man.
don't know that's. I never knew that Tim Allen was a comedian.
Oh, he was. Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, I love Tool Time
You just love Tool Time.
or Home Improvement or whatever.
No, Home Improvement.
Yeah, and
Right.
then like I loved Roseanne. Never knew she was a stand-up comic. Like,
Interesting. When you were a kid, right?
But when you're a kid, you just go, I
right.
love Roseanne.
That's true. That is true.
Because there was no internet. You didn't know that they were a touring comic. You just see them and you go, oh, that's Tim Allen. He was Santa Claus.
Right.
You don't know that he's a stand-up.
That's true. That's
Which
very true.
was the same to be said for any sitcom. Like Kevin James, King of Queens or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a fucking comic. The only one that you knew was Seinfeld, because in the show he's a stand-up comic.
That's right. I think
Yeah,
that was
that's a good point.
that was a big byproduct of what was happening during those times where like
sitcoms.
those stand-up comedians were getting like crazy sitcom deals.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even, Rogan was on, that baseball show first, and then he did radio.
News radio.
News radio. That's
Yeah.
right. Andy Dick was on there. And then the dude from SNL that got killed by his wife.
Phil Hartman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Who was also in Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, see, I know a lot of like white people shit.
Yeah.
Give me another black fact. Give me another like black person.
You guys are real fast. Good at sports.
Not stereotype.
Not stereotype. Like not like that. I already know that. Like we already know that. I like how he's reinforcing stuff I already
you
know.
don't age.
That's true.
That's a fact about you.
That's a fact about like
Yes.
I'm old. I'm old as hell. I'm older than you. by a lot.
Barack was president for 8 years, 2 terms.
Yep. Half of us was him.
That's right. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
you guys don't claim him as yours though.
Well, because he looks black.
I do. Guys that are like a little mix of this, a little mix of that, love Barack. People are like, what's Lebanese? Where's that? I'm like, Barack Obama? That's it.
Because you've got a dash of something in you.
I do, yeah. I'm 60%, 60 or 70% Lebanese.
First of all, the way you
Syrian.
said dash was like you just doing a little dash of like a fucking salt.
It's a
over
dash when you add too much, like when it says a pinch and you grab like a tablespoon.
I think if you shaved, if you didn't have a beard, you could probably just be like, no, I'm a white guy.
Oh yeah, no, I could do that now. I think
you
I
could
could.
Also say that you're like part like Hispanic or something too.
People have asked me if I'm Jewish, if I'm Greek, if I'm
Greek makes sense.
Yeah.
Greek
They
makes
see
sense.
Italian.
Are you Harry?
Very. Yeah.
Let me
yeah.
see.
Yeah, I mean,
That's buddy.
not like you though.
I could be Lebanese.
Holy shit.
That's a different.
What? Why?
I
Is
mean,
it like do you?
I'm lucky.
I saw the moment I saw you come in, I just remembered how much of an American man you are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
You're built like a brick shit house. You eat like an absolute garbage compactor.
Yeah.
And you drink like a sailor, and you're built like a brick shit house.
And he knows like by the way, if I have a question about anything that has to do with handy shit, you're like the only guy that I like that's on my phone.
Well, my roommate, he's fucking handy. Like, I always thought I was pretty handy. My roommate can do like vehicle stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
which
real.
is way more impressive than just being able to like.
You're a welder.
Yeah, but dude, doing car stuff. To me, I'm so impressed with people that do car stuff.
I used to do car stuff.
Welding is like.
Did you see my roommate's Bronco?
Yeah.
Did you see the Bronco?
Yeah.
He totally restored a Bronco on his own.
Yeah, welding is really hard, but that's where it stops.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's really hard to do, but it's one thing. Car stuff is just like everything. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm just so glad I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's a relief.
It's a labor job.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, when I was living here, I was still doing comedy every night. While getting up at 5 in the fucking morning the next day to go to a job I hated.
Yeah.
But the comedy made me not hate the job as much.
Right.
Because I was like, well, when I get off, I'm going to go home, I'm going to shower, and then I'm going to go to do something I love.
There you go.
Which made getting up not so bad.
Because you wanted to do the thing that you really love to do again.
Yeah, it made it not so bad.
Yeah.
But boy, was I tired.
Yeah. I don't think there's anyone like you. Like, I don't think I've met a lot of people in my life. There's not anyone like there's no one like you, dude.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're like you're original, like you're authentic as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and God.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
thanks, man.
Yeah, and I respect that a lot. That's one of the things I kind of see in people. Like, I'm like, first when I look at a comic, I'm like, okay, how authentic and original they are.
What maybe like is different than just going up and doing, the same old.
Same old. In addition to that, you're just a cool dude off stage too, and you are who you are off stage and on. It's like there's there's no like gray area.
Yeah,
you pretty know what you're getting.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
from Mason.
yeah. I'm not gonna pretend.
Yeah, no, I don't think you.
You know the type of guy that Mason is? When you're in a room full of people and someone farts, Mason's the first person
to turn up the
to
heat.
just yell, "Who the fuck farted?" I would sit there and suffer in silence and wait for my, like if we're going out, wait for my time and then go and then walk out quietly.
Who farted?
And Mason would be like, "Who the fuck farted in here?"
Because I know it wasn't me.
And it would probably be him, but
No, I never not
Initiate.
admit that I farted.
You never non-disclose a fart.
No, if I fart, I'll admit it every time.
yeah,
Every time.
class.
Yeah, every time. I sharted 2 weeks ago. That hadn't happened in a while.
Oh, man.
Luckily, I was at home.
That's tough.
Yeah.
It's happened to me a lot.
Okay, if I can just really break down sharded definition, please, Nick.
Shard is when you assume or think that there is a fart occurring, and then you determine very quickly. It's not a long. Sometimes there's long sharts where you
That's
fart
more
and
shit
you
your pants.
Yeah, and you kind of
A
realize
shart is
later I
minor.
shit my pants. A shart is kind of just like
bit of
a
poop comes
little
out.
release, and then you realize very quickly you're like, no, that wasn't a normal fart. It was a little heavier fart.
Sharted in the shower today.
Yeah. So that kind
that's
of
the
goes
best
back to my
case. That's
original
best
point,
case.
though, of your diet and your alcohol consumption. I think that might have something to do with it.
I'll tell you a quick story about sharding.
Okay.
I was probably about 6, maybe, right? Actually, probably yesterday. But I was definitely like
You sharted yesterday?
No, definitely. It was when I was a kid.
Okay.
Definitely was a kid. And we went to the laundromat. This is when I was like living in Lynn. Went to the laundromat. My dad asked me.
Lynn, the city of sin.
You already know. My dad asked me, hey, you need to go to the bathroom? He asked me like, a couple times. My mom wasn't taking care of us that day. So which pretty much means that dad's fucking up all day with the kids.
Right. Yeah, always. Yeah.
So we go to the laundromat and we're staying there all day. I'm playing basketball, right? He asked me a couple times, you need to go to the bathroom? I'm like, nah, because I just wanted to keep playing, right? And I really didn't need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
As soon as we get home from the laundromat, we go up the stairs. I farted, but I shitted my there was a first
you
shit.
sharted.
Yeah. No, but I shitted in my pants.
Oh, so you just shit your pants?
Yeah, but I shit my pants.
Yeah.
And then my dad, I told my dad, hey, I just shit my pants.
Yeah.
So he spanked me because I shit in my
with the
pants.
poop in there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because he
Made it worse.
He got annoyed that I didn't go earlier, so he
Right.
spanked me. So I'm crying, but then he's also spanks me in the shower because he's mad that he's washing me.
Got to wash you off.
So ever since then, I've never shitted in my pants
Yeah, ever.
ever
Dude, I have a
because I'm afraid I just that left me
good
like a
lesson.
trauma.
Dude, that's so funny. I got a poop story about my dad never changed one diaper. My dad never changed me, not one time.
Why does that not surprise me?
When he got his new family, he did. He was better, but but for whatever reason,
He let you shit. He let you sit in
We
your
need a software update before he.
Well, dude, so what he did was, this is a true story. So I was
Of course
probably,
it is.
I was probably like 2 or 3 years. Whenever you're still wearing diapers, but you're a human, you can walk.
Like 5, right?
No,
Five-
you're
5
not
or
wearing
6?
diapers at 5 unless
No?
you're like a little retarded or
Yeah,
something.
fair enough.
But so I shit my pants when I was like 2 or 3, but I had a diaper on. So you're still a little kid.
Right.
And he put me in the bathtub. My mom wasn't going to be home for like another couple hours.
Okay.
So he cut my diaper off. He said he told me this.
Yeah.
He's like, I just took my pocket knife out and I cut your diaper off, threw it in the trash, and then I just put you in the bathtub and put water in there. He's like, and I just left you there.
See, that's how parenting should back in the days, man.
He got 90% of it right.
He's got 90%.
He got
right.
90% of it right.
Yeah, he said that I was just in there like
Yeah, just
Maybe
playing with
know.
the shit particles.
Yeah,
so
that's
he
the
left you-
10%.
But he left you in shit particles.
Yeah, another time I was 4 because my parents were still married, so I was probably 3 or 4. I was in the bathtub and my dad threw his kitten in there with me, and it panicked because it's cat and water.
It's a cat
and I
and water.
stood up and the cat was hanging from my butt cheeks, one claw in both butt cheeks,
Holy shit.
and I was screaming, "Ah, get it off me! Get it off me!" and there was a kitten hanging from my butt, and my dad was in the hallway just dying laughing.
So we know why he's a comic. I think we uncovered a lot there.
Yeah, we don't need to get.
Yeah,
I think we covered the.
To check that off. Okay.
Yeah, the biography part of this podcast of Mason Smith.
I think we found our clip.
Okay, I think we found a few.
I think we found a few.
I think we found a few clips on this podcast.
Your dad never threw a kitten in the bathtub with you?
Dude, my dad had no time to throw anything in the bathtub.
Okay. Was he working?
Yeah.
What did he do for work?
He was a manufacturer. So basically, when
Did he work at GE?
A similar company.
Okay.
He worked for a company called Siemens. Yeah.
Semen.
And they produce semen.
Actually, electrical
It was a cum factory.
Yeah, which I'm sure they do, but his division was electrical medical devices.
Oh, okay.
So
they made pocket pussies.
yeah, well, they made heart monitors, just for like a lot of semen precursor.
Yeah.
For heart attacks for guys after Blue Chew usage.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just was a manufacturer, a stock receiver. He was like very like adaptable to like jobs and within that company. Like he could just do like 3 or 4 things, and they just rotated him when they need him. So he's actually retiring this year. He's with the company like 40+ years.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so he only had one job in this country, which is the same company.
And that's dude. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You don't see a lot of guys. You don't see a lot of people like that anymore.
Well, so my dad was with the company that I first started welding at. He was with them for 20 years.
Yeah.
Before he did the beekeeping thing full time.
Your dad was a beekeeper?
He is a beekeeper.
Your dad is a beekeeper?
He owns a bee business in Arkansas, in my hometown.
So they make honey?
Well, that's like the least of that's just a byproduct of being a beekeeper. But he sells the equipment to get into beekeeping.
Okay.
So like if you want to do beekeeping, that's where you go. And they got everything. It's a huge fucking shop. It's very impressive.
Beekeeping has become more popular. Yeah, it's become more popular in the last 10 years, 15 years.
My dad hates hippies. Like he calls them dope smoker. Like he thinks that they're just like dope smoking losers, right? But a lot of hippies are beekeepers.
They're still losers, but yes, they do. They also keep bees.
So I think the term they prefer now is that they're crunchy.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because my dad has to interact with a lot of like hairy armpitted women.
Crunchy people.
Crunchy, like don't wear deodorant, big beards and dreadlocks that definitely smoke weed and want to try to talk to him about like, hey man, like I infused my honey with weed. And my dad's like, just buy your stuff, please. Yeah. Like, because he does it because it's like, it's a thing that his dad did.
Yeah.
Which, I grew up around bees and like we've had bees for, my grandpa had bees for 50 years before I was like, it's like 100-year thing.
Well, this is what's really hurting my head right now is like the fact that my brain, the story's great, by the way. It's not your story that's hurting my brain. It's the fact that my brain can't compute that you're saying that your parents had bees as if they were pets. Like I'm trying to fucking like.
Yeah, well, that's what they call it. It's like I have bees. So like my dad's got like 45 boxes.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like he's real big into it. Like I mean, that's what he makes it. It's his business.
Beekeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of that in like the city of Boston.
Funny thing. So in New York and shit, and
the fucking
Boston,
bees, kid.
Dude, in Boston and in New York and big cities, people beekeep, but on their roofs. So like, there's people here in this city that have bees on their roof.
Yeah.
I don't see the what's the advantage like the
Well,
advantage?
dude, you got to imagine. So if every bee in the world went extinct today, mankind would die out in 5 years. That's how important honeybees are. Oh, and that's true. You can fact check that.
Well, don't they pollinate plants?
Dude, they do so much.
They're part of the ecosystem.
It's a huge.
They're part of the ecosystem.
It's a big deal. Yeah.
You know what's fucked up right now with the ecosystem, guys? Just
Tell
not
us.
to get off topic. We can get back to bees in a second. Fucking orcas are going crazy right now, dude.
Or dude, I just
Bro.
heard about this.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on with these orcas?
So apparently,
I don't know anything about it.
So I did some cursory research on this.
Yeah.
So apparently,
Please do tell.
there's somewhere either in Europe or kind of in the Middle East, one of these boats, they think, hit an orca and killed it, which is common.
Yeah.
But orcas are pretty smart, so they generally
they're-
are
yeah.
able to avoid those types of situations, unlike, some of the other fish in the sea, where they get trapped in nets and they get hit by propellers and so on and so forth, which is common, but not for orcas. So apparently, the volume of tourism and the cruise liners and things like that have been like hitting these fucking orcas, and they're saying that they're so smart that
Got a
they're
vendetta.
communicating with each other.
That's what I heard.
And they're now going after boats of all, like, I saw a video the other day, someone on like a pontoon boat in like Seattle, and an orca just came up and pierced the bottom of the boat and it started taking on water.
What'd
and
they
just
do?
wait. They called the Coast Guard and the Coast Guard came out, but
So no one was hurt.
no one was hurt, but it just showed like those fucking orcas were waiting for that boat to sink.
You know do you think that somehow they're able to send that message throughout the ocean to other orcas?
Well, that's what they're saying, is that they're communicating with each other.
What the fuck?
I'm telling
That's
you.
crazy.
Yeah.
Which if dolphins can communicate, if humans can communicate with each other, so can everything else on the
aren't
planet.
dolphins like the second smartest thing on the planet besides humans?
I think like,
Because they're mammals.
yeah, they're up there. Like
They're up there.
octopus is like up there as well.
That's right. Did you see
know,
Octopus Teacher? Did you watch that documentary?
that's what started getting me into like
Very
the
cool.
ocean.
Have you seen this?
I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
It's white people shit.
we don't fuck with bees, son.
I hate
We don't
the
fuck
ocean.
with the ocean.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't fuck with the ocean
we
either
don't
now.
mess with nothing that. If there's a chance that we can't come back from it,
Yeah. Why would you do it?
Why would we
yeah,
do
you don't
it?
go skydiving, mountain climbing. Yeah, no. Yeah.
no.
But I'm with
Submarining.
you. I'm like that.
Yeah.
Like, if there's something that I can get hurt doing, I'm not doing it.
Not if we don't have to do it. We're not
Exactly.
doing it.
If I don't have to, dude. One time I scaled the building in Croatia. I wanted to go to the pool on the roof, and I climbed out. It gives me goosebumps to even remember doing this. I should have never done this, and I've never done anything crazy since. We were in Croatia,
Yeah.
and I wanted to go unlock the door on the roof, and we were gonna swim, my ex and I. And I legitimately scaled a 40-story building, climbed to the top on these little aluminum siding that I could fit my fingers in. And I climbed up from the top floor that wasn't locked, this floor up to the very top floor. So one floor up, I climbed.
Okay.
And I'll never forget looking down when I got up there. So first of all, the door was locked. It was pointless to do.
Wow.
Didn't need to do it. So stupid. And had to climb back down. And my ex pulled my legs in and helped me like get back in. But dude, I'll never forget when I got back down and was done with the event, looking down and going, I could have died.
Yeah. Yeah.
I 100% could have just fell and died.
Yeah.
I would have just died in Croatia.
Yeah.
That is, to this day, that's like the dumbest thing I've ever done.
See, this is what when I think about the ocean, right? And another.
I hate the ocean.
This is what's crazy about the ocean, right? We just talked about the orca shit, right? And there's a crazy story right now that's going on with the submarine that went, that those people that are stuck on a tourist submarine, and they lost the submarine. Like the submarine just disappeared.
Yeah.
And
Did they die? They died.
Well, today is like the last day, they have 24 hours for oxygen left. They have 7 days of oxygen. So there's a reserve that kicks in case like that shit happens. And you have, I think, like 7 days according to the submarine. Now this is like the last 24 hours of it. The Coast Guard it's been off the coast. Like basically it was a submarine that was trying to look for the Titanic. It was,
So basically, this is a company that started these tours of the Titanic, which is about
the real one.
Yeah, which is about 900 miles off the coast of Cape Cod. I didn't realize the Titanic was so the where it sank.
900 miles.
Yeah. So it's 900 miles off the coast, and it's over 10,000 feet deep.
Jesus.
I thought by this point, it was deteriorated at this point. To
Some
where
of
it's
it
like
is.
there's no
Some of it
point.
is, but there's a lot.
But there's parts.
It's so big.
There's also rooms in there,
Yeah.
like the sauna. They had a sauna on the boat that was like, for some reason, like preserved. That you can still go in and see the tiles and like all this
Wow.
stuff. So, but this company basically created this fucking submarine that's like 9 feet wide by like 20 feet long, which seems like a lot, but when you have 5 or 6 people, you have to sit down in it. It has one window and it's controlled by a remote control, like a Logitech
There's
game.
no captain in there.
There's a captain, but it's control. It's not a vessel that's operated by like
hand.
motors and things like that. It's like a really weird, and it's
couldn't
unregulated.
pay me to be on
No.
that fucking thing.
So what they're saying is this was unregulated. They're bolted inside. So even if they were to surface, they can't get out because they're bolted inside the submarine.
Oh, you're saying that it has to be open from the outside?
Yeah.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
And I bet they're paying a lot to be on it.
$250,000 a ticket from when I.
Yeah.
What?
One dude on there is a billionaire with his son.
Yeah.
The other dude's the
So
CEO
they're really
of the company.
trying to find them.
They're trying, but it's like there's not a lot of you can
Dude,
do
I'm
at
gonna have to look
the
this up.
bottom of the ocean.
The
Because
last-
that thing sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
How do they? Is there any chance of them finding it?
It's very
not.
low.
I
very
hope.
low.
I will say this. I hope they do.
Yeah. And then I hope that they
I
get
hope
a
they
lot
do.
of money out
I
of
hope
it.
they do. I'll say this. I hope they do, but I don't know if you guys remember that story about the plane that disappeared off the.
Yeah, the Malaysia flight,
Yeah.
right?
If you can't find a fucking plane, dude, how are you gonna find a 9-foot fucking submarine? Dude?
No,
Yeah, not happening.
it's not happening.
Fuck, that's scary. That's like I would never go. I'm not one of those.
I hope they find them though.
I would never want to. I would never want to go see Everest.
Yeah.
No, don't care.
No,
I don't even like hiking.
No.
Like I'm not doing that.
I just don't fuck with Mother Nature, dude.
No.
I'm one of those guys. I'll go a little hiking in the Hollywood, in LA on the hills or like Seattle.
there's a trail.
Where there's a trail, where I see.
It's like here, right
Yeah,
here.
if there's like a lot of white people that know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need that. when I
I'll
do,
walk
like
to
hiking
the
shit.
Would
edge
you
of
skydive?
danger.
Did I already say this? Would you skydive?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't have. There's no point.
No.
There's no reason.
No.
No.
I want to live to be. I want to be like 110.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Same.
But the thing is, to add another element to the water, the submarine with the ocean, this is why I think Elon Musk should stop thinking about fucking Mars, dude,
Yeah.
and start worrying about what's down 10,000 feet. Dude, anytime the water can just come and fuck up land, dude. I want to know who's coming on land, dude.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
is there like an alligator mixed with a whale?
Yes.
Right,
Fuck the
yeah.
man.
Yes.
Yeah, and there probably is.
Yeah, there's wild shit in the
There's
ocean
there's
that they
prehistoric
can't
shit.
even identify what it is.
Dude, they say that they know more about space than the ocean.
Why? Let's figure out. We could, I want to know what's there.
Dude, that's like to get into like the ancient alien type theory shit. They say that there's that one of the theories is that the aliens go deep into the water, like Atlantis type shit.
Yeah.
And that they live under there. Instead of looking outward, they're like, we should look
Down.
in.
Yeah, we should.
Down. Some people say that there's aliens inside the Earth.
There's a connection. They say that.
Antarctica.
They say that, this is crazy. It's weird how analogies form and in weird situations. They say, in order to grow, you have to look what?
Inward.
Inward.
Right.
And when it comes to exploring, that's where you should start.
Right.
So
Like Journey to the Center of the Earth.
listen, I would love to do some exploring of the earth.
I'll let someone else do
But
it.
I need a little bit of, I need a travel kit. I need to know it's been done.
If there's
a few
not a
times.
Marriott,
Yeah, so you're
if
not
there's not a
signing up.
Marriott or some sort of the Edition hotel, if there's not lodging,
Yeah, no
I'm
thanks.
not going.
Yeah. No.
Plain and simple. I went out to Utah. Gorgeous. Utah, Colorado,
Utah's
that
beautiful.
area. I
Yeah.
kind of drove around there.
The West Coast is gorgeous.
Yeah. That's beautiful. What do you need to go to the depths of the ocean and all this crazy? Just just chill out. Everyone needs
So
to just
neither
chill
of
out.
you would sign up to go to the moon.
No. No, I lived in Southie. I lived on Dorchester Street for 2 years. That was close enough to the moon that I ever needed to.
Well, like Elon Musk, like you said, he's doing these trips where you can fly up to see if the Earth is flat or not. You know, like you can fly up. They take you up to the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm good.
And then it comes back down.
I'm good.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm all set, dude.
I'm out.
I could care less. I believe it's round. Don't need to see it.
Yep.
I went to school. I saw books.
I saw pictures.
I've seen it. No thanks. I saw the video of the dude on YouTube that did the Red Bull jump from the balloon. Did you guys see this?
No.
Dude, this guy went up in a fucking astronaut suit and skydived with he had to have a full-on astronaut suit.
Like a Buzz Aldrin type of like spacesuit?
Dude, I'm talking was in an astronaut suit with a parachute.
Buzz Aldrin.
And flew up in a goddamn hot air balloon, took him up to the almost space. It's the world record for being up high and jumping out or whatever.
Yeah.
And, dude, when he went up, so there's a video, obviously. You can see the Earth is round. That's enough for me.
Yeah. It's a curve.
I'm
Done.
good.
Yeah.
Done.
Don't need to physically see it.
No.
Like, no thanks.
If it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck,
Yeah. Dude.
most likely.
It's a duck.
Dude, I don't even like driving fast.
I don't believe that.
Dude, I'm a very
With that shirt on?
Oh, shout out Dean Stanfield. Check out people you know on YouTube.
What's it? Dean
Dean Stanfield. Check out his show on YouTube.
Yeah,
People
baby.
you know.
Is that-
very, very funny comedian.
Okay. That's a cool shirt. Is that like that's definitely
Fast.
Yeah, that's like Arkansas South.
He's a Texas. He's from Texas.
Texas, okay.
Yeah. But
Are you,
also
what do you
very
consider,
funny.
do you like Texas like you like Texas, huh?
It's too goddamn hot.
Yeah. It's too hot.
It's hot as fuck.
And it is humid.
It's so goddamn hot, dude.
Yeah.
Like right now, it's 105.
I'll be fine. You know that. Though.
It's gonna, dude. I hate. Sham is there right now,
Yeah.
Indian fella, and
He is.
he hates it. He's like, dude,
Yeah.
it's brutal. He's like, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, Sham is he's Indian, but he's like
Sham's
From
a white
Boston.
guy.
Sham is a Bostonian.
he's North Shore Indian.
Sham is as about as white as you can get.
He's North Shore Boston Indian.
Yeah,
He's not.
from Stoughton. I
Yeah,
think.
Yeah.
he's not from like
Yeah.
like humidity, like
Right.
You know,
But he was telling me, he's like, I've been there,
oh yeah, for sure. I'm
and
sure.
he's like,
it's hot. Yeah, yeah.
He's
If
like-
Sham could tell, if he's saying it's hot, it's definitely fucking
dude, it's
hot.
brutal. And you know what the most fucked up part is? It's gonna be like this down there till September.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dude, last year on New Year's Eve, it was 80 degrees.
Yeah, man. I
Fuck
can't do
that.
it.
It's
I went there.
bad,
I went
dude.
there for a wedding last year, and I couldn't do it. I just
Dude.
couldn't do it.
If there was no comedy there, you could not pay me to live in Texas.
It's just too hot in summer.
It's so fucking hot.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be real with both of y'all. I'm gonna be fine over there.
I love the Northeast.
I'm gonna be
dude.
fine over there.
Yeah.
Ancestry.
Yeah, but
You didn't waste your money on that, did you? You already knew where you were from.
I know, but like that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a good one.
that is good. And the results did come back. Malden.
Yeah.
You can't get it out.
Magnolia Street.
You can't get it out.
Yeah, Magnolia Street. So what's going on, man? You got anything to kind of like get off your chest and any shows coming up? Podcast is going great. So plug your podcast, man.
Yeah, just please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube page, The High Noon Podcast. And on Instagram, it's High Noon _pod. And you can follow me at Mason Smith Comedian on Instagram. And I have a monthly show at Vulcan Gas Company called Midnight Mass. If you're ever in Austin, come check that out. The next one, I believe, is July 22nd.
Go see Mason. I've seen him. He's fucking funny.
Yeah, other than that, I don't really, that's kind of about it. But please subscribe to the podcast. That's really
Hell yeah.
the main thing.
We'll plug it.
In your Instagram plug.
And my Instagram is Mason Smith Comedian.
Mason Smith Comedian. Mason, what the fuck, dude? Please come back to Boston again, man.
Dude.
You gotta come back, man. You're my brother from
Thank
another
you for
mother,
having
man.
me on.
Yeah.
You're the first person I hit. I was like, I love Chase. Chase has got a cool podcast. Chase has done. By the way, check out High Noon. He's been on it So he's got some audio episode. You have one audio and one video, or two audios?
I believe we did one audio and
then the one video.
Yeah.
The most recent one is the video on.
Yeah,
Looks
the
good.
most recent one. Check that one out.
Yeah, that was really
so
cool.
much fun. I love Chase. You were one of the first people that was nice to me. And you didn't care that I had just started comedy.
No.
And Nick, I took your episode off, but
I'm cleaning up my web presence.
If you ever come to Austin, I'd love to have you back on.
Absolutely, man. That was a fun podcast. We did that with Vickers.
Beautiful fucking apartment.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Guys, check out my man Mason Smith. You already know it's Cut to the Chase podcast. Thanks for tuning in. We out. Peace.